Ah, yes. It's that time again. It's time for another episode of
Need knowledge, no time.
or NKNT. So
Yes.
today we're going to talk about you're using AI all wrong. And we're going to show you how to use AI right.
Wow. I actually didn't want to say they're using it all wrong. We just wanted to highlight some ways you could use it if you aren't already using it.
No, it's clickbaity. Clickbaity. You're using it wrong. Use it right. And then there's another one that we're going to talk about. Has hyper efficiency gone too far?
Uh-huh.
Because there's a conversation happening, and maybe you've heard about it. It's noise versus signal.
Okay, I
Maybe you
haven't
have,
heard
maybe
this.
you haven't, but we're going to talk about that a little bit.
Cool.
And then we're going to talk about hyper efficiency in our everyday life. Has it gone too far?
Mhm.
But first,
I'm
usually,
nervous about this.
usually we just give you 3 fun facts, but this time it's going to be a fact off.
Mm.
The best out of 3. And I'm going to back myself
Yeah.
because I've had some practice.
Yes.
So I feel like I'm going to take it. But
Yeah.
Becky has a very competitive streak.
Absolutely. And so I am frustrated that I didn't prepare myself earlier because we've used AI for our 3 facts. And the thing with AI is that you can't just ask it a question and it give you the perfect answer or response immediately. You've got to like probe it. It's a little bit like having a conversation. So what I'm leading up to say is that I didn't have enough time to really feel like each one of my 3 facts hits the mark. I think I'm happy with one of them, but I'm also very nervous about what Jesse's is because he's so out of the box sometimes. And then I feel like, oh, I'm so boring.
Well, to tell you the truth, I think my first 2 people should know. And then the last one, I think I'm going to nail it home with it. It's a fun fact.
All right, can we just get into it?
Yeah, let's get into it. So, would
Yeah.
you like to go
No,
first?
no.
You want me to go
Yeah, you
first?
go
Okay.
first.
And number 1, and the reason why we use AI is because we're not going to whip out the Encyclopedia Britannica. That's why we use AI. That's what it's used for.
And this is our podcast.
Okay. Number 1.
Nervous.
I don't actually believe this 100%.
But it's not okay,
Okay,
then
no,
your
this is
first
a
fact
fact.
is
No, this is
disregarded.
a fact. Let me finish. People shed about 40 pounds or let's say 20 kilos of skin over their lifetime.
Oh, 20 kilos of skin.
I think it's believable.
Wow. Okay.
But just let me finish.
All right.
So that dust in your house, a big chunk of it is you. So we've heard this fact. I don't believe this unless you're a dirty person. You're disgusting. Because I clean the house regularly. We clean the house regularly,
Mm,
and it's fabric. It's fluff from fabric. That's what it is.
okay.
Unless you're not cleaning your house regularly, and maybe you're like scabby and
Oh,
scratching your
that's
scalp
so
every
gross.
day.
Can you
I
stop?
don't believe it's you, but I do believe that, yeah, we would probably shed about 20
I
kg
feel
of
like
skin.
you should get minus a point because you can't present a fact which you don't wholeheartedly believe.
I believe in the 20 I believe in the fact, but I don't believe in house dust fact.
Ah,
I think
okay.
that's
Okay. All right, all right. So, shall I tell?
yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Yeah. Okay, so mine is a psychological quirk is what I'm presenting
Ooh, I
first.
like this.
People, so I've used also for each one of my facts, I have used ChatGPT, Gemini, and DeepSeek. So this fact comes from ChatGPT, psychological quirk. People are more likely to believe something if it rhymes. So,
Really?
yeah. Yes. So this is called the rhyme as reason effect. So here's one example. What sobriety conceals, alcohol reveals. So they're more likely to believe that because it rhymes.
Oh, this is brilliant. I am going to use this in my everyday life.
Wait, can I tell you? Because now I'll give you the reason why. Our brains find rhymes easier to process, and we unconsciously equate that ease with truth. So that's why advertisers and political slogans love to rhyme. Not only does it stick, it convinces.
All right, Becky's up 1. This reminds me of the guy on your show that goes fishing, the comedian,
Bob
Bob
Mortimer.
Mortimer.
Yeah.
He always has this fun fact.
He
He makes them up. He
does.
makes them up, and they're ridiculous. But he
Yeah.
always has a little rhyme where he's like, "You know what they always say."
Yeah.
Anyway, that
He gets
reminds
it.
me of that.
Woo!
Oh, so one to Becky. One to Becky.
Okay.
See how unbiased I am. All right, number one. Number two. The phone, your phone is dirtier than a toilet seat.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard this one before.
100% it's true.
That
100%.
grosses me
Your
out, though.
toilet
That's
seat, not a public
disgusting.
toilet seat, I I think. So a smartphone carries about 10 times more bacteria than a toilet seat.
It's probably true.
I think it's
Oh,
true.
no, it's true. Okay, we're going with it's true.
Unless you're like me and you disinfect your phone pretty regularly. I haven't done it in a while, but you're also taking your phone to the toilet. Come on, we all do it.
Yeah, we all do it. Yes, we're not. That gives me the heebie-jeebies.
All right.
Um, okay. So that fact.
Well, we can't judge on it
Okay,
until
okay,
you
I've got to go next. Now I've got to find my other one. Oh, okay. So, like, there's the rise in Viking TV shows, Viking this, Viking that. And I'm sure if you Google a Viking cartoon, what will you see? You'll see the Vikings wearing
helmet with
helmets
horns.
with horns.
I really like where this is going.
Or maybe you know where it's going?
I don't know.
So the myth is that Vikings wore horned helmets. The reality is no archaeological evidence supports this. This. The myth was popularized by 19th century opera costumes.
Ah.
Real Viking helmets were simple and horn free.
And Elmer and Bugs Bunny, they used to do opera episodes
Yeah.
where he'd have a Viking helmet
Oh,
too, I
really?
guess based on the opera. So do you know if anyone wears the helmets with horns?
I don't.
Okay. I think you've got it there too. So
That one I
I think you might have it, but then mine is probably more usable in everyday
yes.
life.
Yeah.
So for the fun of having a third to wrap it up,
Oh, okay, we
let's
give it to
say
you.
I won. I think you won though. All
Okay,
right.
wait, wait, and I just want to say, so that fact came from am I on DeepSeek? Yeah, DeepSeek. Okay. So my last fact will be from Gemini.
Good job, Deep Sea. Good job. He's like the little brother.
It's the user.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Sea otters. The very cute but very smelly sea otters have a favorite rock they keep in their pocket under their arm.
Oh, how can I beat this one?
So sea otters have a rock. They use rocks to smash open like oysters and stuff to eat,
Mhm.
but they have a favorite rock that they keep in their. They have actually a flap like a kangaroo under their arm. They put their favorite rock in, and then when they're lying on their back and they're floating around, they'll have a bit of food, and sometimes they'll have their favorite rock on their stomach as well.
That is adorable. Oh my gosh. That's so lovely. And I'm just thinking of all those images when you see the otters floating around.
And they hold each other's hand.
Well, no, I was thinking like how often they have a rock.
Yeah.
You see them with their two paws like this with a rock.
Oh, I never noticed.
Oh,
That is,
that's adorable.
sea otters are so cute.
Okay, so I'll tell you my next one. Getting ready for this podcast, I was in the mirror doing my makeup, and I was like, man, always one eyebrow looks better than the other eyebrow. So it made me ask Gemini, is one side of our face prettier than the other? And it turns out that there is a theory that indeed the left side of our face is more attractive than the right side. So they've done a few studies on this, some which support the theory that the left side of the face is often perceived as more aesthetically pleasing. Why? It's because the left side tends to exhibit greater intensity of emotion.
Ah, I have noticed that I have more control over the left side of my lip than the right. Have
Really?
you ever noticed that?
Here's a
Not
question.
mine, yours.
Wait. Here's a question I have. It's the left side, my left, right?
Yes.
This side, not
Yeah.
the left of.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So say that again, what you just said?
Have you ever noticed that one side of your face has more control?
No. No.
Oh. Yeah, I find my left side has more control than my right side.
Really? No, I have never noticed that. But can I tell you a little bit more that
Wow, this is a segment and a half.
yeah, this theory also helps to explain why portraits over the centuries often depict the left profile of their subjects.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I like that fact.
Uh,
Just speaking about this though,
yeah.
because I'm self-conscious about being on camera
Oh
basically.
yeah, we both
And
are.
I was like, oh man, I don't like the left side of my face with hitting the camera. And then I sat on that side. I literally switched us,
Yeah.
and my right side was worse. So this is the
So
best of the worst.
so you're giving me
Yeah, but
the
you're
less
you're the
attractive side.
beauties in this operation. I need every help that I can get.
Okay, I
Okay, so how do we what do we think?
well, it's just that otters is so adorable, and the picture that you've given me of this otter carrying around in its little pocket at the side of a rock is kind of a winner for
Oh,
me.
all right, but that's just one though.
Yeah.
Based strictly on facts and maybe facts that you don't know, I'm gonna give it to you. And I'm the boss here.
Yeah. No,
So
I'll
the
take it, and
first
I think
game,
mine are better too.
the first okay, there you go. The first game of Fact Off goes to Becky.
Yeah.
So good job.
So maybe we should have another fact off, and we need to have some criteria.
To like narrow it down a little bit.
Yeah, like
Category based.
no. Just you let me
Let you
finish.
finish?
Thank you very much. How we score the facts.
Okay.
Maybe it should be absurdity, humor, practicality. We can decide, but maybe there's some criteria to decide whose fact is better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Like
Sounds good.
whose is more unexpected. Like what?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But then how do we determine who we can discuss this off?
Yeah. So
All right.
that was fact off round one.
That's our facts finished. Roll the intro.
Boom.
In a world where time and knowledge is everything, join those who have the edge. A podcast where both come together to give you everything you need, you lazy parasite. Be the guy. Only with need knowledge, no time. A podcast that will limitless your flippin' brain.
You thought you've been using AI, right? Well, you're wrong. You're using AI all wrong. I've got some help from Google Gemini with this one, actually, because I thought that it would have a more up-to-date feedback with this.
Mm-hmm.
We've spoke in previous episodes about Becky jumping on board to AI after she didn't like it.
Mm.
Now she's a firm believer.
I am a convert of the highest level.
I would like to quickly speak about how I got here. Don't worry, we will be giving you some good advice about how to use AI.
Mm.
So let's go back to Instagram like a decade ago. When it became hyper, what's the word? I wrote it down here. Just wait. Curated. When it became really curated, I thought this isn't going to last. Like we've seen the same pictures over and over again. Who cares? We just see the best of everyone's life. I'm off Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Instagram did not go away.
Mm.
Then TikTok came along with these shorts, dancing, memes, whatever. And I was like, this is for children.
Mm-hmm.
This can't last. This is going away. Or it's still for children. I was wrong. TikTok is here to stay.
Mm-hmm.
So when Instagram came along, I thought the same for Facebook as well. When AI came along and the LLMs, I thought, not this time.
Yeah.
I'm not going to let it get away from me.
Mm-hmm.
And now for the broad public, I think I'm using it more heavy than most.
Yeah, maybe. I would say so.
It's a big part of my life and I really research it quite heavily.
Yeah.
So that's why I want you to get on board as well, because it is going to make a difference in your life.
Yeah.
In every respect.
Yeah. And I think it very much depends on the demographic and even what your line of work is. But I think in our peer group, like our friends, you probably are someone who is using it the
The
most.
most, for sure, the most,
Yeah.
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 So this is how you probably are using it, okay? Smart replies and writing assistance. Maybe you're using Grammarly or you're getting just an LLM to write your emails.
Mm-hmm.
Personal organization and productivity like Amazon Alexa, Google Assistant, uh, maybe meal planning, schedule and task management, and summarizing information. If you're not summarizing information with this, something you should get on board with, because you can get the most important information out of an article or something in a paragraph or however long you tell the LLM to give you that article,
Mm-hmm.
which saves you tons of time.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, you get the image creation. Mainly that's for fun, but then a lot of people, if it's their work, they're going to use image creation, video creation,
Mm-hmm.
that kind of stuff. But how are you not using AI? And this is where it becomes really, really good. So, for example, if you're a gym goer, where I think a lot of people are gym goers
Yeah,
nowadays, right?
absolutely.
So you have, this is how how it says it: hyper personalized learning and skill development. That's one part. Hyper personalized. So you can have a personal trainer at the gym in your hand for free,
Yeah.
and you can make it give you your progressive overload, which means how much you increase in weight every week, what kind of exercises. You can go into minute details like, oh, my shoulder feels a bit twingy with this exercise.
Mm-hmm.
Can you please suggest another one? Absolutely everything. And you can even talk to it about the way that you're feeling at the gym, the way that you're feeling that day. So that's just one example. And maybe Becky has another one.
Oh, I do, but it's not about fitness. It's just about how other people have started using AI.
Yeah, it
Is that
doesn't.
what you're
I'm
okay?
talking about everything,
Okay.
not just fitness.
You keep going with your next one
Uh,
because I think I used ChatGPT for this question. So I have to find it.
Okay, so tailored language learning. So if you would like to learn a language or you are learning a language, maybe you're pretty good at it already. Just say a sentence to AI, it can correct you. Or you can have a conversation with AI and it can correct you all for free. So AI is like the Swiss Army knife of apps. It can do everything. You can take a photo of every item in your wardrobe.
Oh yeah.
It can be your personal what do you call it?
Stylist.
It can be your personal stylist.
Yeah.
You can take a photo of what's in your fridge. It can suggest a recipe, a good recipe
Yeah.
with just the ingredients that you have in the fridge.
Actually, I love that one. For example, making cocktails. Like often you don't have all the ingredients to make something. So I've said to probably Chat GPT, oh, look, I've only got rum and orange liqueur or something. What can I make from this? Or you might have a random ingredient. Somebody gave me a lot of their alcohol and they were all different types of aperitifs and spirits, and I didn't know what to make from them. So I was like, what can I make from this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. So, something that I thought uh, really like personal that you can use AI for, this was really interesting, is using it as a personal biographer or memoir assistant.
Yeah, I've heard about this.
So people are using AI to interview their parents or their grandparents and then turning these memories into written family histories.
Mm.
I think that is amazing.
Can I just cut in for one moment?
Mhm.
They also have an AI device that I think you wear it as like a lapel or something,
Oh,
and
yes.
you're meant to keep it on you for maybe your life or your career life, whatever, and then it can create your biography for you.
Yes.
This is for a different kind of people,
Yeah.
not us. Yeah.
No, because that's you've got to purchase a whole new device. And I think that one also helps you with your interactions with other people. Was it that one?
No, I don't think so, but
No. Okay.
I'm sure it could do that too.
So yeah, I'd like AI tools can structure stories, suggest deeper questions. That's a good one. You don't know what to ask,
Hmm.
and even create narrative flow with emotional beats. But I thought that was really lovely. Like that's a deep and meaningful something that you can create with AI. And then another one, which is quite interesting, is not necessarily, where did I see it? Oh, okay. Using AI to create historical figures or loved ones. So it said some people have used it to create AI replicas of famous figures, such as Einstein or Plato or something like that. But you can use it to make an AI memory companion of late family members.
Mm.
So you can feed it with messages, videos, voice clips, personality traits, and then yeah, I
I
don't.
think this goes into a whole ethical or like mm, religious. I don't know. It goes into a different kind of conversation, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
it
Where
does.
yeah, you can. People are doing this now. Also, they're letting AI know everything about them, their personalities, so that their loved ones can still speak to them or something like them when they're gone.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how I
The
feel
point
about
is, we're just talking about how people are using AI. There's some amazing different ways. Whether or not you want to use it like that, that's up to you. But that it's a tool that has, like, I would say,
that.
unlimited
Yeah,
amount of uses.
we have friends who have strict dietary requirements, and you need to figure out what you have a negative reaction to. So you can use it as a food diary.
Yeah.
You can use it as a normal diary.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell, oh, so we got our first negative comments.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And this made me feel sad because I'm
Oh,
quite
no.
self conscious. And I went to AI, I went to ChatGPT and I was like, man, I'm not feeling good about this. I got some negative comments. And ChatGPT said, well, why don't you upload it to me? So I
Are you going to tell me the
copy and
negative
pasted it.
comments?
Uh, it was no feedback. It was just like, they don't get much listeners, which is true, but we're new. And he didn't know that. So I I uploaded it to ChatGPT and he was like, don't worry about this. This actually means that you're getting traction.
Oh.
And the negative comments always come first before the positive ones. So you'll get one negative commenter to like 20 pass, passive or interested listeners who won't comment.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone is more likely to comment on something negative.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you go to a restaurant and the meal is mediocre or it's okay, or even if it's good, you're like, well, that was a nice meal. You
Yeah.
leave. But if you don't like it, bam, you're on Google reviews.
Yeah.
So before we were rudely interrupted by someone's phone, we were speaking about real world ways that we can use AI
Yeah.
and the LLMs like ChatGPT.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll just go straight back into that and finish it up and then move on to our next segment. But there's been a few days since those last sentences that we said. We were so professional that we have the same shirts on. We did shower and wash our clothes.
Yes.
I may have a little bit of more stubble around the face.
Yeah, and I can't remember what my hair was looking like. But anyway, Jess.
Anyway, we're back
Yeah.
seamlessly.
Yeah.
And so let's get into ways that we can use it today.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this one's cool. Personalized hobby exploration. So if you're looking for a new hobby, you can just tell the LLM things that you're into, what kind of a personality you have, and then it can give you some hobby ideas, maybe some hobbies that you've never thought of
Jess,
before.
that's great. Do you know how many women are like, you ask them, oh, what's your hobby? And so few of them can say, my hobby is, maybe myself included. I would say like going to the gym, bodybuilding is my hobby. But otherwise, you think, man, what else? Like, what creative way? That's a fantastic way to use AI.
And I have too many hobbies. I'm interested in too many things.
Yeah.
Anyway, so another one,
Mm-hmm.
unique interior design and home decor. You can upload photos of your room.
I love that.
You can upload photos of all of your furniture, give them the dimensions, and it can give you some nice ideas.
Yeah.
I know you're into this.
That's really practical. Like if you have a small space in your kitchen, maybe an unused corner, and you think, I should do something with this, but I don't know what to do. Or maybe you know what you want shelvings or a cupboard, but you're thinking, what's the most efficient way to use the space? Upload that into AI
Yeah.
and get it to give you suggestions.
And it gets better and better. It used to have its perspective was off.
Yeah.
Like when it, the finger thing, it's still got that, but now it's getting better and better.
Yeah. And I suppose you can tweak what it gives you, right? Sometimes you just need the spark or you need the base. And then, okay, AI's given it to you. You see, that's not exactly right. You tweak it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah. And
great.
you can just keep on telling it to refine and refine and
Mm,
refine until
that's
you get it
great.
spot on.
I love that, Jess.
Another one that we spoke about briefly is enhanced personal well-being and self-reflection. Just tell it how you feel,
Yeah.
and it can give you good suggestions. It is not a therapist. Just remember that if you need a therapist or a psychologist, whatever,
Yeah.
it's just there for help.
Yeah.
And then finally, optimize hobbies and collections. I think this one is right up your alley, Becky. Gardening and plant care advice.
Oh, yes.
So there's apps for this. You can take a photo of a plant and ask exactly what it needs to survive, where you would put it in the room, etc.
Yeah.
But of course, the LLMs can do this as well.
Yeah. Well, my friend gave me this amazing example, and if I had looked ahead of time, I would share it with you. But how a woman used AI to create a whole greenhouse from like which direction her greenhouse should face to take best advantage of the sun and of all the things you need to take into account when building something from scratch. What plants would be best suited to the soil, when to plant them. It was amazing. I don't have the story on me now, but it was absolutely incredible.
Yeah, the ideas are limitless.
Yeah.
But that brings us to our next segment, which kind of is along the same lines because we are using this to become hyper efficient.
Oh.
And we are using apps and smartwatches and all kinds of different things to become hyper efficient at work and in our everyday lives. And maybe you've heard this thing being spoken about. You will if you haven't yet. In the work environment, it's a thing called signal versus noise. So we'll talk about what it means right now. So it refers to the crucial ability to differentiate truly important, actionable information, the signal, from distracting, irrelevant, or overwhelming data, the noise. The distinction is vital for maintaining focus, making sound decisions, and driving meaningful progress. I'll skip forward a little bit to people you might have heard of, definitely would have heard of. Leaders like Steve Jobs, who were renowned for their ruthless clarity, cutting out all but a few mission critical tasks to focus Apple's efforts. Jeff Bezos emphasizes customer obsession and long term vision, requiring a similar filtering of short term distractions. Elon Musk does something similar, all of those high profile individuals. So, is there negatives to
Yeah.
being hyper efficient? What do you think?
Yes, I'm sure there are.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Do you feel like hyper efficiency has encroached in your personal life?
Uh, as No, no. Well, I'm not sure. I think I need maybe more examples of how it could encroach. But sometimes I do feel like I'm hearing so much information about how I could be better using my time, my resources, how my diet isn't tweaked well enough, how my like health and well-being programs could be included. What do I need to do for brain health? Like I feel like I am getting so much information how I could be more efficient about my whole life that I end up doing none of it.
What was your sleep score last night?
Yeah, all
Did you
that.
do your meditation?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Did you write down your journal?
Yeah.
It can really encroach on our everyday life.
And you hear so much like good information, but it can turn into noise because of the amount that it is.
So the signal can turn to noise.
Yeah, because I'm getting so many signals.
It's like where self improvement meets hyper efficiency.
Yeah.
I don't know where I'm going with that.
No.
I'm just meaning it's where does it go too far?
Yeah.
So in the workplace, loss of innovation. Hyper efficiency often filters out the noise, but the noise can include unpolished ideas, experimentation, or dissenting views that lead to breakthroughs.
Mm.
Creative insight usually emerges from slack, play, or randomness, not streamlined, timed, boxed processes. I think that's really True.
Yeah.
Like having a think tank, but having it fun, not so strict and regimented.
Yeah.
And that's where ideas are born.
Yeah.
Burnout and dehumanization.
Mm.
Yeah. Do I need to go into that one?
Maybe
Not so
can I just
much.
hear a little bit about the burnout?
Okay.
How hyper efficiency could lead to burnout?
The pursuit of maximum productivity can make people feel like cogs rather than humans.
Yeah.
No buffer time, no mental recovery.
Yeah. I think that's maybe what I was talking about. Like, I just hear so much of what I need to improve and what I need to implement to be more efficient that it just feels exhausting. And then you feel like, well, you're not doing anything right.
Yeah.
And I think that could be a basis for burnout.
Even when you're relaxing, sometimes you're distracted with what you should be doing or
Yeah.
what you can be doing when you
Yeah. Yeah.
start the productivity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Fragile systems. Efficient systems are often brittle because no redundancy or margin for error.
For
One de-
error.
what did I say?
Forever.
Ah. One delay, failure, or outlier can cascade into much larger disruptions.
Hmm.
Over optimization of the wrong metrics. So if you're doing something wrong, but then you hyper efficiency it, then it's just going to be focused. It's just going to be emphasized.
Hmm.
Reduction in serendipitous collaboration. Nothing need to be said about that. It's fact. Short term thinking. Fear of experimentation or failure.
Hmm. Hmm.
So, how about in the home, though?
Okay.
Like we were speaking,
Yep.
life becomes a performance, not an experience.
Ah, that's a good one.
Lose connection to how we actually feel.
Hmm.
You're meditating to hit a 10-day streak, not to calm your mind. This is about like
Ah,
meditation or something. You're like,
yeah.
I need to meditate today. I haven't done it yet.
Do you know what that directly is another way that's shown? I think so many people can relate to this. I've heard about it with Duolingo. If you're learning another language and how you get a streak on that, and like you don't want to break your streak, and it becomes like after months and months you've built up a streak, it becomes not about learning the language and improving your linguistic skills. It simply becomes about maintaining your streak. And like we have a friend who had a streak whilst learning another language of almost a year, hadn't missed a day, but it no longer became about learning the language. It became about maintaining the streak, so much so that sometimes that person would get another individual to do the Duolingo tasks so that they wouldn't lose their streak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a catch 22 also because some people, the streak would be a benefit. And then to people like me, I will miss the streak. And then because I've failed that, I'll be like, I don't want to do this stupid app anymore.
Ah.
So, yeah, performance anxiety and guilt spiral. So,
Mm.
when you miss your optimal bedtime or skip a workout,
Mhm.
it can trigger unnecessary guilt.
Yeah, everybody could relate to that if they've got a new eating plan or a new fitness plan and they don't go for the walk one night, the next night they might think, oh, what's the point? I didn't go last night. Or I think a lot of people can relate to that.
You feel like you're failing at life because you're
Oh,
not meeting a schedule and I've told you was ideal.
look, that is the crux of it all.
Yeah. This one is goes to the next level if people are actually using like tech or something or
Mhm.
just making scheduled times for relationships.
Mhm.
Relationships become transactional.
Mhm.
Um, real relationships need unstructured time, aimless conversation, boredom together, late night ramblings. I think the true sign of a good friend is when you can sit and have those silent times and still enjoy each other's conversation. It's only the people that you're not super close with that you feel you need to fill in every little gap.
Is is that aimed at me?
No, no, but I was wondering, do you agree with that?
um, which part of what you said do I agree with?
Uh, ah,
Because this is about the filling in the gaps, because I don't like, this is not about with Jesse and I, but with other friends, I don't like it when there's silence. for example, we're all sitting at the dinner table and there's a moment of quiet, of nobody speaking. I don't like that. It makes me feel uncomfortable.
But I'm just talking about two people and you're
Yeah.
good friends. And like you said, you don't have the problem with me.
No,
So I hope that I'm your best friend.
you are. Just, you
So
don't deserve it.
a sign
Yeah.
of that.
But there was something there I wanted to touch on. Oh yeah, like I see this on Instagram because it's probably the one social media platform I use the most. This like date night. Have a date night with your husband or your significant other every month. And I feel like that could just turn into, oh, we need to have the date night this month. When can we do it? Let's put it in the calendar. Okay, tick, we've done the date night
And
this
then you
month.
sit across the table from each other and stroke and
Scroll.
scroll
Well,
TikTok.
or it's just like you were just having the date night because it's something you needed to do. It wasn't that at this moment in time you had the energy to be with one another, you had the desire to go out to a new restaurant. You're like, oh, we just have to go and see this film for date night.
Mm,
That's what I mean.
yeah.
That or like if you've got a regular catch up with your friends, you're only doing it because oh, it's what we do every month. So it hasn't become that you actually genuinely want to see one another. I don't hear smiling like something or other.
I was still thinking about the stroke coffee because actually that's the end goal. And maybe TikTok,
Please stop.
maybe TikTok scrolling has the opposite effect of that in the end.
Oh my gosh, please move on.
Let's whip through the last bit. Mental fatigue from constant self-tracking, loss of joy in non-productive moments. And I think we are all becoming more and more aware that sometimes you need non-productive moments, not only that, silent moments. That's why we're so productive in our mind in the shower, because we can just chill, just let our mind run.
Listen, you and I, we had like a moment there of our wavelengths colliding because I was literally just thinking that for a while there, I was listening to podcasts in the shower
Yeah.
because I was like, oh, I don't have any other time to listen to it. Oh, I'm going to listen to it in the shower. And it felt like,
It robs you of that
yes,
shower time.
yes. And it felt like noise. It literally just felt like noise when I should have peace and quiet and process my thoughts.
Actually, this is really interesting. You know, when you are starting to fall asleep, but you're not there yet, and you're really creative?
Do you know what? I don't actually have that moment of starting to fall asleep. I'm just 1 minute I'm awake, the next minute I'm asleep.
Well, as all white boys born in the 80s, I used to wish that I was a rapper. And when I'm dozing off and I'm in that halfway moment, my freestyles in my brain are just so
Amazing.
flawless.
Yeah,
I
really?
could never do it fully awake.
Yeah.
The rhymes just don't come like that.
Mhm.
But the studies show that when we're in the shower,
Yeah.
we're almost at that same like creative level. The brain goes into kind of the same
Really?
state as when you're on the way to falling asleep.
Ah.
So it's necessary. So don't take that away from yourself.
Oh. But I'm not ever creative when I'm in the shower. I'm probably problem solving though. And maybe problem solving is a way of being creative.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, this has gone deep.
All right. The takeaways from AI. Efficiency has its place,
Mhm.
but life is not a system to hack. It's a story to live. Sometimes the noise, the unplanned, unoptimized, unmeasurable is where the real meaning and beauty happens.
That's really nice. I think that's
Oh,
a great sum up from
look at that.
ChatGPT.
So we hope you enjoyed the episode, our 4-day long episode. If you did, please comment. Surely you have some ideas about, do you feel like hyper optimization is too much? It's becoming too much, or do you like the super productive lifestyles that we're having at the moment? Are you using AI wrong? What are your AI uses that maybe we haven't thought of?
Yeah, I find it really interesting to know how others are using it, and not necessarily for their work, but for their personal lives. I think that's interesting.
And let us know if we helped you in any way. But from us here at NKNT,
We out.